Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Spilling the Tea. Today we got the newest teammate with us. We got SoOn. How you doing, mate?
What's up, my man? I'm good. What about you?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. Alright, so I'm just gonna go through some of the questions. There's loads today. Everyone loves asking you questions. So Lally underscore Galvin asks, what would you say is the hardest part of professional gaming for you?
The hardest part is like this two part, but the most hardest is probably the pressure because everyone's watching you, and if you do mistakes, people's gonna judge you. It's gonna lose and stuff. So anyway, nobody want that, and you try your best, and that's why it's a pressure. But
Yeah, it takes a long time to get used to, right? Like, you learn a lot. Like the first season of Owl for me, I know was like there was a lot of pressure to perform all the time and stuff. You
yeah,
you get used to it a bit as you get more experience, though.
and on the stream you can see like there's the 10,000 people watching you. So, but
Yeah, it can get a bit crazy.
with the experience, it's fine after that. There's other problems after this.
A similar question from Chroma Point asks, "What is the hardest part about switching teams?"
Probably do the synergy because you have new teammates. Every player has different playstyle, different communication. Sometimes it's gonna be the Lucius who's calling. Sometimes it's gonna be the main tank. Sometimes it's gonna be the DPS. So you need to adapt with your team and try to understand how can you help your team. Like, what can I bring to my team instead of before? I think it's gonna be this answer.
You have to practice like with them for like at least a few weeks, like a couple months, because everyone communicates differently, right?
Yeah, but it's fine because you're communicating same as Ben Best, so I don't have any problems.
No problems in this team. Trennial Dan asks, "Who's your favorite hero to play in ranked?"
Tracer, because it's hard to have a hero to solo carry. For example, for the tanks, Zarya is pretty good to solo carry. On supports, BAP or Zen is pretty good too. So for DPS, I feel Tracer is the best to solo carry on the rank, and it's my favorite character. I love dashing. I love like annoy the backlane, and you can clutch with a simple and single bomb. So I love this.
Yeah, I love playing Tracer as well, but I'm not quite as good as you. I like to int some Masters games on Tracer sometimes too.
I'm gonna learn you Tracer, and you're gonna let me Renat. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, sure. Just trade some skill. The Blue Cheetah Synth asks, "What was your favorite cartoon growing up?"
My favorite cartoon is Death Note because it was one of the first anime I watched on the PC, and
Okay.
it was a long time ago. And for me, like the scenario is insane.
Yeah. I watched Death Note when I was growing up as well. It was one of my favorites back when I was like maybe I was like 13
Yeah,
when I watched
I
it,
was
something
15
like that.
something too. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It was really interesting when I was a kid watching that.
If nobody watched it, just watch now. It's crazy.
There you go. You got the soon seal of approval. Everyone needs to go watch it now. Amelia Tegan asks, "Who was your first main in Overwatch? The first character that you played lots of?"
Oh, yeah, a long time ago. Watching a little bit the stream on the close beta, right before I start playing, and I check all the heroes. Like before the game start, I knew all the heroes and stuff, and I was like, wow, Roadhog is really good. Like you can hook people, and like I feel like at the day one, I feel like the Roadhog is gonna be really strong. And my first heroes I played on Overwatch was Roadhog.
That's interesting. I used to play a lot of Roadhog in Season 1 as well.
Yeah.
Everyone used to love just playing Roadhog in rank because you used to just hook people around corners, like on top of walls and stuff. I
Yeah,
remember
this hero is
the King's Row. You remember like the bars on top of the first point where you defend near the statue,
yeah.
where people would just hook above it. And you would just throw the hook above, and it would pull them over the wall on first point.
Yeah, you can
Uh,
also hook like people between like three walls. It
yeah.
was so funny.
I remember NIP, like Kimsey used to sit on like the roofs on Hollywood, and he used to peek. You could only see like a tiny bit of his head, but he
Yeah.
would hook, and it would fly. You would fly across the map to him.
And people are
Like,
molding so hard.
yeah. Martin Emile, sorry, I can't say his name. Emile Pates asks, "What is your favorite meal?"
Oh, there's so much meal. I think like it depends every year, but I would say the KBBQ. I don't know. It's
Oh
not
yeah,
really a meal, but like kind of a restaurant, and you just have a plate, and you can get like brisket and stuff. I think it's the best one.
yeah. I love K barbecue. I
Uh,
had it so much in America, but
is
since COVID, I haven't had any, so I'm so sad about it.
is there a good KBBQ at Boston?
I think I think maybe there is one, but I haven't been to it
Yeah, of
because
COVID.
we didn't actually go to the. Yeah, COVID
Yeah.
was. We were traveling before. We went to one in Washington last year, and that was really good. But I'm not sure if there's a good one in Boston. We'll have to see. There's definitely good Korean restaurants though, but I'm not sure about K barbecue.
Let's see after the
Um,
COVID then.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Hopefully, if we can go, because I want K barbecue so bad.
Me too.
Aulian asks, are you a dog person or a cat person? Which do you prefer?
A cat person. Like
Ah,
I'm
okay.
I'm a cat person with Kosan season one, and I remember a fan gave us two t-shirts. It's a grey t-shirt and this cat dad on the middle. So we are representing the cat gang.
Nice. Bobby the God asks, what's your favorite map?
Before it was Junkertown because of the widow,
Oh God.
but now with my Symmetra, it's more Legion Tower because I can play
Oh,
Symmetra as much as I
okay.
can, and I can burn people.
I I hate Junkertown. Junkertown is my most hated map because even before Double Shield, it was always Orisa there because it's so open you can't play anything else. Now with Ball, it's okay, but
Yeah, but
with Orisa, it's so bad.
it's not my favorite map anymore, so don't be mad at me. It's okay.
Okay, I won't hold it against you this time. At Intact VA asks, why did you choose hitscan over other roles when you started maining hitscan? What sort of appealed to you about hitscan?
It wasn't my choice. I'm just playing off tank at the beginning, like I said on the first day of Overwatch. We make a team with all the Shoot Maya players, like AKM and Co and stuff. And yeah, I'm playing Zarya a lot because it was a meta at this moment. And Wins like don't like the Lucio, and it's like I don't like Lucio. Anyone wanna swap a role? I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like I don't mind to swap for the team. So I start to play Lucio, and then we split up because they joined Rogue, and with my ultimate crew, he said, we make a team together, but you play scan. I was like, oh, okay. It wasn't my choice, but he wanted me to play DPS, and that's how I became a DPS.
Sometimes you gotta do what you wanna do, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, back in season 1 I used to play off tank, but when I wanted to join teams, no one had any like everyone had an off tank already. So I went to join a team with Smex, and I was just like, what do you need? And they just said we need a main tank. So I was like, okay, I'll play Ryan.
So you were the same on the same boat, like you didn't
Yeah,
choose.
pretty much. In ranked season 1 I mostly played like Zarya Hog until I got on a team, and then I started playing Ryan. So
All right.
Guest Citizen asks, who speaks the most in game between Bembest and Fusions?
Wow, it's a really hard question because you guys, I feel like you Ben Best and Super are the same. Almost never play with Super, but I think like you and Ben Best are more vocal than Super. But you guys have the same playstyle. Uh, I didn't play much with you, but I know like Ben Best is really vocal. He's talking every time. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. Maybe later in the season when we've
Yeah,
played more, you can answer that question.
yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah.
We'll see, we'll see. At Ted's cousin, Overwatch asks, do you have a favorite artist, like musical artist?
I would say like just Tupac because usually I'd say it's Tupac because I like the old musics. I like the nostalgia. And Tupac because his songs are amazing. And I know this guy was pretty smart, and his lyrics looks pretty nice. Even if like his US rap and stuff like this, but I feel like he's for me is like the best artist about the old songs.
No, yeah, it's very respectable. I really enjoy both those artists as well. So it's great to hear. An answer that you don't, I mean, lots of people love Tupac, but not necessarily what I expected when I asked the question. So it's
Yeah,
nice to
but
hear it.
the thing is like when you live in LA for like 2 years for the season 1 and 2, when you listen to Pac, you like the vibe is real in LA. So
Yeah.
it was nice.
J Jupiter FPS asks, who is the best teammate that you've ever had, or like your favorite teammate that you've ever played with?
Oh wow, there's so much good teammates. There's Zenko because I played with him for so long since Shootmania. He's like a friend for me. But I could say Karif because he's like he's like Babo, you know. He's
Yeah,
Babo, but he's so
I
funny
know.
and he's like kind guy, same as Exi. He's really kind. He's always happy. But yeah, there's ton of people. Like there's Ben Best too. It's too hard to took only one. Like, there's too much
Yeah,
teammates.
yeah. That's a good answer though. Very wholesome. Lots of good answers. One thing stuck with me when you said Babbo about Kariv, I instantly think of Jerry because Jerry is a massive Babbo. So but yeah, I don't know.
The thing is with Koreans, I know the word babo, so sometimes we just say babo for fun, like oh why you susai you babo stuff like this. So it's more like this.
Yeah, I love learning like the funny Korean words that make them laugh like that.
Yeah, I know some.
Cause you say it and you always see them like so confused, like what what?
Yeah, Tressa yogi.
At Starbucket asks, as you've played with two Team UK players now, I guess being me and Smex, right?
Yeah, and
Are there any
Cruz.
other players? Oh, and Cruz, of course. Yeah, so three. Are there any other players from Team UK that you'd want to play with, if you haven't already? I don't know if there is any that still play. Maybe Boombox. That's the only one that I can think of.
There's still Shipsa.
Oh yeah, true.
No, but just for fun, I would like to play with IS because he's a coach, and maybe like I would like to see his skill on the coach level because I see a clip on Twitter when he popping off on Widow on the 1v1 arena. So maybe play with IS could be fun.
Mass Stupidity asks, what were the best meta and worst meta in Overwatch League history? So what were your favorite one to play and your least favorite meta that you had to play?
I hate meta. I hate because the meta force people to play all the time almost the same comp. But if I have to choose one best and one worst, it depends because the best for me is dive. The best for the viewers, for me as a viewer, the best is the double sniper because of the widow, and the worst one is the goat. The goat. Uh, you make me bad dreams. It was is like
I like goats.
yeah, I know, but
I'm a Ryan player.
as a DPS player, it's not really funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's like the opposite for me. I hate double shield, double sniper meta. This is the worst. Just anytime your shield breaks, just headshot by Widow, discorded, killed all the time. So many deaths and just AFK shielding. It's the worst.
Yeah, it depends of your like your point of view, like in game or if you like watching games. For example, like watch gods, some people like, some people don't like. Uh, But for example, I don't like playing the double sniper because the widow is like everyone's watching the widow player, and you most of the time have to do the entry frag. You need to do picks. But instead of like, I prefer to play dive because it's more chill with tracer. It's almost impossible to get one shot. It's just making pressure, and it's like you enjoy more to play tracer. So I prefer like dive. It's just a point
Yeah,
of
for
view
sure.
of the player.
Yeah, I like playing dive comps a lot, but I can imagine if you're a Zen player or an Ana player, dive's not very fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Facebag asks, who on Boston are you most excited to compete with?
I think the most excited is you, just because
You're make
we like the actual meta is dive, and like tracer is kind of meta this time for the past few months. And of course, with tracer, you need to have a good synergy with your main tank, and that's perfect because it's you.
you're making me blush. Thank you.
Don't be red. Don't be red.
No, yeah. It's dive is a lot of fun to play, like bull tracer, especially like monkey tracer. You have to have a lot of synergy, so it's always fun to sort of play with new tracer players. Yeah, that's all the time we have. That's all the questions that people sent in that we have time to answer. So thank you very much, SoOn, for coming and answering the questions.
Thank you, Fusion, and see you soon in the field.
Yeah, see you soon in the field.